Hi, everybody. That breaking news coming from Sacramento County, where evacuation orders have just been lifted as fire crews battle the 800-acre Excelsior fire near Sunrise Boulevard and Excelsior Boulevard, just off Jackson Highway, Highway 16. Thanks for joining us for the CBS 13 News at 5, streaming on CBS Sacramento. I'm Steve Large. We have team coverage for you with the reporters in the field, Tori Apodaca and Shelby Riley. Also, Ashley Namfria standing by in studio with the fire weather conditions right now. We're going to start, though, with Tori Apodaca at the scene. And what can you tell us about what firefighters are battling right now, Tori?
Yeah, Steve, like you said, those evacuation orders lifted just within this past hour. It was looking like things were getting under control out here, but just around 4:15, we did see a large plume of smoke start to fill the sky in the distance. You can actually see one of those helicopters circling. Of course, we're being told that crews are making good progress on this, but this is just showing that there are still a lot of areas burning in this fire, this fast-moving grassland fire that broke out just before noon today. So already several hours into this firefight, but go ahead and take a look at what it looked like earlier when our crews were a bit closer to the fire lines. You can see the flames scorching the grass, as well as threatening a lot of buildings when those crews first arrived. Sacramento Fire Battalion Chief Parker Wilborn says when they did first arrive, that was their biggest focus to, of course, protect those homes. We do know that several outbuildings were destroyed by the flames, but that's really what they were tackling, as well as getting people out to safety under those evacuation orders, and also livestock. Go ahead and take a listen to what Wilborn had to say.
When we first arrived, we had a significant column that was very limited on visibility, so our crews are driving through smoke. We obviously have to take a lot of precaution with something like that. We want to get to those homes.
Heat, wind, low humidity, that's really what Wilborn says has been fueling these flames as they continue to fight this fire. No word yet on a cause at this point, but Wilborn says it's really been a big mutual aid on this fire from Sacramento Fire, CAL FIRE, CHP, Rancho Cordova PD. There are a lot of different agencies out here all working to make sure everyone is informed and also just battle the flames both on the ground and in the air. And of course, we know those evacuation orders just lifted within this past hour. Let's go ahead and send it over to Shelby Riley, who spoke with some of those evacuees.
Yeah, thank you so much, Tori. So again, those evacuation orders lifted, but here's kind of the deal is that the road is still closed. So although those orders have been lifted, as of right now, they're not repopulating and letting people back into their homes because that road is still closed. Now, earlier this afternoon, that evacuation order was for the area, anyone within a mile radius of Sunrise Boulevard and Jackson. Sacramento Fire Battalion Chief, kind of like Tori was mentioning, saying that life was their number one priority. As of now, they don't believe there were any injuries or anyone stuck in their home that wasn't able to make it out. Now, one of those residents we spoke with lives on Jackson Road. He had to leave his cat behind, and he walked us through the moments leading up to being evacuated.
We saw the ambulance coming here, and then we saw this big fire. And then we tried to fight around the house. Yeah. But they told us we gotta go.
And last we spoke to him, he was not sure if his home was still standing. So again, that evacuation order, was for a mile radius of Jackson Road and Sunrise Boulevard. But again, although that evacuation order is lifted, the road is still closed off, so they're not repopulating. People can't get back into their homes at this time. Let's head over to Ashley Namfria. She has a look at conditions for later this evening.
Yeah, later this evening, we are going to continue dealing with those strong winds that firefighters are dealing with that fire right now. I'm just showing you the location of where this is at. As we take a look at this map, you can see it, Sunrise Boulevard just on the east side of the fire. And that's really what crews are going to keep a close eye on, is making sure that fire does not hop across Sunrise. As we look at conditions right now, winds out of the northwest, west, they have started to change within the last hour, really starting to arrive from the west this evening. Now, humidity in that area is very, very low. 9 to 10%. And yes, with humidity levels that low, you already think about how dry everything is at the surface, those vegetations. Yeah, very dry at the surface. Now that fire direction is continue moving off towards the east. So that's really what crews are going to be focusing on. Now the wind, big story today, as it really has started to pick up within the last couple of hours and through this afternoon. Right now, anywhere from about 5 to 15 miles per hour across most of the valley floor, but really starting to notice it ramping up from the delta. The delta breezes starting to kick in just a bit. And yes, right around 30 to 35 miles per hour across some portions of the valley and into the delta. Now temperatures out there right now, also not a big help. Still very warm across the region, anywhere from the upper 80s to the lower 90s right now across the valley, and a mix of 70s and 80s across portions of the foothills. Now that red flag warning has been extended a bit further as of this morning and now includes Stockton, Modesto, portions of the delta. So make sure to keep in mind fire danger going to remain high today, the next couple of days, and this leading into early Tuesday. So we're not out of the weeds just yet. Our first alert action day today will continue tomorrow as we do have another copy and paste situation. So everything that we're dealing with out there right now, that's going to continue through the day tomorrow. I've got a full look at your forecast coming up here in just a few minutes. Steve?
And we'll continue to monitor the Excelsior fire throughout this newscast and online as well. All right, thanks for that, Ashley.